All right, ladies, welcome to the Good Vibe Tribe team call tonight. Thank you so much to everybody hopping on. We got a full house tonight. So recognition-wise, we started into that today with all of the team builders that were announced. So congratulations to all of you. And then we also have Shauna, who has become a team builder. And so that's exciting. And if you're a little bit confused about the leadership ladder, you can hop on over to YouTube. There's some great videos explaining that, but it's in the back office. And basically it's just a guide that they came up with, the coach advisory board came up with, just so that you can see like what you want to meet, the goals that you want to meet to reach the next level in your business. And so for me, I think I'm at team leader. And I am striving to get to organization leader, but the only thing holding me back is getting to 5-star diamond, I think, or 2-star. I'll have to look at it. But exciting level anyways. That's the next goal on my list. So congratulations to all of you guys. Also some serious, I think there were 8 names on the Success Club board for last month. So for Success Club 5 or higher, a lot of those names were up over 10, which is amazing. So huge congratulations to everybody with that. The momentum that you're building in this business is unreal. Unreal. Announcement wise, we really don't have any new announcements other than our challenge group, the prep week this week, and then going into the challenge group next week. Workouts start on Monday. We have agreed that we're going to leave the 2 groups separate and let the 8-week one like wrap up from everybody that did the first program with us. I'm going to guess Jacked for July, Operation Motivation will essentially finish up at the same time. Do you know what I mean there? So like Operation Motivation we'll do for 4 weeks. And then like we talked about last call, everybody will get the option to roll into September's group with us. And we can chat about that on a later team call, okay? Next Tuesday, I am in Vegas, so I will not be hosting a team call. I have scheduled a post just to remind you guys for that day. In that post, I've given you an option to watch a different team call as well, like a really, really great one by Kate Morgan. It's actually Haley Christensen's team call with Kate Morgan. So I've posted that one, so you can plan to still watch that one, or you guys can hop on a live power hour. It's completely up to you, whatever you want to do there, okay? But next week's team call will be canceled. And then there's a sneak peek next week as well. So I will be able to do a video from that. We're just going to take the schedule that we did originally, and we'll just pop different names in there so that people get a variety of people each time. So this weekend, guys, starting like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, you want to be nuggeting in about coaching. You want to be doing your invites to coaching and try and get some people into our Glimpse into Coaching group, okay? So one thing that's always super important to remember is that I know for myself, I watched my coach for a very long time. I actually didn't really like her posts. I didn't pay attention to them, but I watched for a long time. I saw her income a couple times. And then finally she posted an income post and I was like, boom, is that for real? And I messaged her and we chatted about it. So always remember, guys, when we always say, people are watching you. People are watching. The thing that you need to trust in is that you're going to reap your harvest eventually, right? People will watch for 6 months to a year before they'll join you. So just be confident in that as you kind of continue with your journey. Don't lose hope. Don't lose faith. Just know that and trust in the process, okay? We're always here for support. We're always here for one-on-one. This light is really bright. We're always here for one-on-one calls. Anything that you need in your business, don't hesitate to reach out, because I would much rather take the time to have a 15-minute call than to see you struggle with something or to be confused about something. I know what that's like, and I don't want anybody on this team to feel that way, okay? So please, please, please feel free to reach out with that. So that being said, if nobody has any questions or anything like that, I will go ahead and screen share this video right away. Does anybody have any questions or anything? Nope. All right. Okay. So just give me a second here and I'm going to go ahead. Okay. This is always the tricky part. I need to go to the big screen. Okay. Here we go. All right. Kalenda, I can see you. Can you nod your head if you can see Josh? Okay, I'm going to play them, and then you nod your head or give me a thumbs up if you can hear pretty good too, okay?
7. My name is Josh. I'm your push coach, and we're going to talk about convos and invites, which is the money maker of your business. This is the only thing you do that puts money in your pocket. Now, I'm not saying that this is the most important module in the training, but it is the most productive module in the training. This is the only thing that you are going to do that actually makes you money. Now, occasionally posts will make you money. Occasionally people will reach out to you. But for the most part, if your business depends on your posts and people reaching out to you, it is probably not doing very well unless you have a massive following, which most of you don't, which is why you signed up for this training. Okay? So here's the thing. 80% of you aren't doing these things on a daily basis, and this is the number one thing you must do if you want to make money, if you want to recruit, if you want to rank advance. Okay, so we've got 2 things that we're going to do, and I know every business has kind of like different lingo for this, so let me just tell you, this is the lingo that we're going to use in this group. This is what it means: convos and invites. Now, a conversation is any type of conversation that you start with someone that has nothing to do with the products or the business. It's just starting up a conversation. Invites is anything you do that invites someone to actually try a product, to sign up for the business opportunity, or to attend any type of event that is going to have some type of a sales pitch, whether that be a webinar online, whether that be an in-person party, whether that be an in-person demo, whatever that is, okay? An invite specifically is, do you want to join me to do something or attend something where I'm going to ask you to join something, okay? Does that make sense? So just like if you walked up to someone in a store and said, hey, what's up? Do you want to try my products? Just the same way, that would be awkward and weird, is the same way it is if you do it on social media. Cold invites is not something I'm a huge fan of. Now, I will say that I did build my business using cold invites, but let me explain why my business is different than yours when it comes to this one thing. Very few things in our businesses are different, but this thing is very different. I'm a member of the John Maxwell team. John Maxwell has a very, very, very good reputation globally with anyone in personal development, anyone in business. When I say I'm a member of the John Maxwell team, I have immediate credibility, immediate rapport. It is a lot easier for me to say I'm a member of the John Maxwell team. Could I speak on a call for you sometime? Could I offer you a free coaching session? Would you be interested in chatting sometime? You, on the other hand, working with network marketing, have the opposite. The same way John Maxwell gives me immediate credibility and immediate rapport with people is the same way that you being in network marketing immediately gives people a bad taste in their mouth. Network marketing in general is something that society overall does not like. They do not like for people in network marketing to hassle them and bother them about products and about the company, which is why a lot of you are so afraid to do it. But let me just explain, it's still got to be done. Whether you have a good reputation or a bad reputation, this is why we use our posting, remember, to get people to know, like, and trust us. But this is also why we have some type of a conversation before we go straight into an invite. The only time I think it's okay to do a cold invite is when you're offering something free. Okay? If you have a free demo that you're offering, a free sample that you're offering, some type of a free group that you're offering, then I think it's 100% okay to reach out to someone you don't have much credibility with, because no one's offended by free. No one is ever offended by free. If I message 100 people right now and say, hey, I have a free book, would you like one? There's still going to be a lot of people that just aren't interested, but nobody's offended when it doesn't cost them anything. Does that make sense? But anytime we're trying to get people to spend money, we need to have a conversation with them. We need to be a grown adult and actually talk to the person for a couple minutes first. Okay? So I want to teach you something that is kind of sales 101, something that's been passed on in all sales forever, that is called FORM. Okay? I want you to write it down. All caps, it's an acronym, FORM. FORM. And FORM is kind of this simple, easy thing that has been created within the sales world to help people to create some type of contact or conversation with people to lead up into an actual sale. Okay? So the F stands for family. The O stands for occupation. The R stands for recreation. And the M stands for message. Family, occupation, recreation, message. The whole point of this is to try to get people to know, like, and trust you in a very short time. And the easiest way to do that is to talk to someone about their family, about their occupation, or about their recreation. Anytime you can talk to someone about these three things, you can get almost an immediate connection with someone. And anytime you have a similar family experience or occupation experience or recreation experience, there is a very, very quick bond that is built. Let me give you an example. I play the guitar. I've got a couple guitars in the background right here. I also play the drums and the bass. I played in bands for many years. If I come across someone else that is a musician, we can have an instant connection just like that. Just like that, we're best friends. Now, I also played a lot of sports growing up. I played basketball, I played football, I ran track, I played baseball a couple years. If I come across someone else that played sports, we have a pretty quick connection because of sports. I also grew up in the church world. So if I come across someone else that is a religious person that grew up in church like me, we can have a very easy connection. All of these different aspects of my life are things that allow me to create very quick connections with other people. And when I can bring up these things first, it's much easier to transition into the thing that I really want to talk about, which is why you should sign up for the Art of Recruiting. Makes sense? So, what I want you to do when it comes in the app to doing your 10 conversations, or if you're being awesome and doubling that and doing 20, is to simply reach out to people, striking up conversations based on family or occupation or recreation. But at some point, we got to get to the message, which is, hey, you want to buy some stuff or what? Now, let me explain. Because so many of you have been making conversations with tons of people because you know that's what you're supposed to do, but you never actually get to the invites. You just talk to people. And that's one of the reasons you're so overwhelmed in your business, is because your inbox is just full of hundreds of messages from hundreds of people, and you have been talking about their dog for the last 10 years and still haven't even asked them if they want to buy anything. And here's what I say about that. You are not forming because you never got to the message. If you are not actually sending an invite and actually getting to the message, you are not forming people. You are just F-O-R, you are just foreplaying. There is no form, there is just foreplay. And at some point, you got to seal the deal. That's the only way to make a sale, is to actually get to the message. Okay? So, I'm going to give you a couple scripts on how to just start the message, which is usually not the hardest part for people. But then I'm going to give you a couple ideas on how to transition into the actual invite. Now, let me say, all of this will be in the files section, and we will be adding more and more of those as we go. I only give you a few to start off with, because to be honest, I have found when I give people too many things, they overthink it and they do nothing. I would so much rather you have 2 or 3 scripts that you use over and over and over and over than sit and look at a pile of 100 scripts all day and night trying to decide which one's right for this situation. Let me also say that as an entrepreneur, please don't overthink this part of it. At the end of the day, before I go into these scripts, let me say this. The wrong person will never become the right person, even if we have 30,000 conversations with them. At the end of the day, some people are open-minded enough that they want to try a product, want to sign up for a business, or they're not. Also, the right person will not be the wrong person because you didn't send enough messages. Remember, our posts are planting seeds. For the most part, there are people that are open-minded enough to want to try your products or to want to look into what you have to offer, or they're not. It's one or the other. And talking about their dog for 30 extra messages is not going to be the difference between them being the right person and the wrong person. They are either the right person, so we need to get to that message to get them on board, or they're the wrong person, in which case we really need to get to the message so that we can find out they're not interested, we can mark them off our list, and we can move on. Does that make sense? Now, it's still awkward and weird to just go straight in on the very first message. Please be polite and at least have a conversation with them first. But just don't overthink it and think, well, do I need to send 3 or 4 more messages, or is it okay to invite now? This is what I tell people. After the 4th message, if you haven't already sent an invite, if the business hasn't come up, if the product hasn't come up, by the 4th message, you need to bring it up. Because by the 4th message, if you go on any longer, you're just going to overthink it. You're going to send them 20 messages. And if you're doing 20 conversations a day, imagine what your inbox is going to be like in another 2 months if you're not actually closing on any of these people or finding out if they want to join you. It's going to turn into a mess. So here's a couple scripts, but just remember, there is no right script. There is no right or wrong time to transition into the invite. Just be a freaking grown adult, put yourself out there, and just let it happen, okay? So my favorite way to start a conversation is to use a post, okay, like our breadcrumb posts, okay, like our testimonial posts, any post that mention the business in any type of way, and message people who like the post. That's one of the reasons we do the post, is not thinking that the person is going to be like, oh, wow, I'm so glad you get to wear Starbucks. Let me do it too. But if we can get those people to like the post, now we know who our most interested people are in what we do. For instance, let me give you an example. The post that I made today about avocado. I love avocado. I've got a quick break from recording the Art of Recruiting modules, so I'm driving across the street to grab a bite to eat in my favorite avocado smoothie. Who else loves avocados? Anyone that likes that post, I could go and easily message them and be like, oh gosh, you're an avocado lover too. How awesome. Do you put avocados on everything like I do? They'd be like, oh gosh, yes, I love avocados too. I love that you found that smoothie. Where's that at? And I might say, oh, it's a place called Tropical Smoothie Cafe across the street from my house. By the way, did you hear about my Art of Recruiting training? Oh, you know what? I don't know what that is. I saw you mention it in the post, but what is that? Oh, it's just where I help people who are network marketing to grow their businesses. Would you be interested in hearing a little bit more about that? See how easy it is to make the transition when I'm talking about something that was in a post they already liked. Another thing I could do is if it was blunt enough of a post, okay? Let's say it's about the actual coaching opportunity or the business opportunity, whatever it is you guys call it. If it's your Sunday night post and you make a bold call to action post, anyone that likes it, you could just straight up go and you could message them and say, oh my gosh, thank you so much for liking my post. It means so much to me when people support my journey. Can I ask you, have you ever thought about doing what I do? So simple, so easy. That is the easiest way, is when we can get people to engage with the post first and then reach out to them, okay? Another way to get conversation started, super easy, is when Facebook lets you know whose birthday it is. Go through and tell every single person happy birthday. It just gets the conversation started, and from there you can bring up old memories. You can ask them how their birthday was. You can ask them how things went. Very, very easy. Another thing is, and this is another super, super, super easy one, is to just literally message people and just say something like, hey, I haven't talked to you in so long. How's everything going? Just wanted to catch up. That simple. Copy and paste that to 10 people. Done. Another one is you can look at something from their post. Okay, if you see somebody post about something specifically, you can literally just go say, hey, I saw your kiddos had a birthday party. It looks like a lot of fun. Do you mind me asking, where did you guys have the party at? This looked really cool. Thought about doing something like that for my kids. Get the conversation started, okay? Another way is to ask them about whatever you want them to ask you about. Conversations naturally evolve to where if you ask somebody about something in their life, they ask you about something in your life, correct? So if you want to talk to the business about someone, the easiest thing is to get them to ask about it. The way you can do that, say, hey, we haven't talked in a while, just want to catch up, how's everything going? They might say, oh, everything's good, just staying busy, blah, 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 kids like, blah, blah, blah. Then you might say something like, that's so cool, what are you doing for work? Remember the family, occupation, recreation message? What are you doing for work these days? Oh, I'm working at blah, 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 blah. What are you doing these days? Oh, I just have this side business that I'm doing, working on getting it up and going. Super exciting, I get to do it from home, my own time. It's the first thing I found that I really, really love. I didn't even say what it was. I didn't even say that they should sign up. I just told them about it without giving them enough details that they would then be forced to be like, oh, that sounds really awesome. What is it you're doing? Oh, I'm actually working for this company, blah, blah, blah. I'm an individual rep / ambassador. I get to do this and this and this. I really love it. Is it something that would you be interested in hearing about? Hear how easy that is. When they ask me about it, I then get a chance to tell them all about it and make it sound exciting without telling them exactly what it is until they ask me, so what is this thing? And then I get to tell them, okay? So those are easy ways to start conversations, okay? Again, this is why it's really important to put up good posts, to get lots of likes and comments, which makes it even easier to get those conversations going. Now, here comes the fun part, the actual invite, okay? This is the part you all hate. I know you hate it. And I'm going to tell you right now to take a couple of these scripts that I give you. They're going to be in the file section. And until you get more comfortable with it, if you're someone who has struggled with this, all I want you to do is copy and paste the scripts that I give you. I just want you to straight up copy and paste them. My buddy who sells life insurance, they have a saying that says, smile and dial. I just want you to smile and dial. Just put a smile on your face, hit the paste, go throw up in the closet if you have to, just go for it. Okay, so here's a couple of my invite scripts. I'm going to read them to you, but they're also going to be in the files section, okay? Here's one. Hey, was thinking about you. I have a blank I'm doing. That's where you'll insert a group that you're doing, a party that you're going to have, maybe a webinar that you're doing, whatever it is. Hey, was thinking about you today. I have this blank that I'm doing. Would you be interested in trying? If not, no worries. Just had you on my mind since we were chatting recently. Now, if you've been having a conversation with someone over the last couple of days, isn't it just normal to have them on their mind? That's really not that big of a deal. So we say, hey, I've got this thing. I don't even know if you'd be interested. Okay, Zig Ziglar says that if we give a back door, people won't look for one. When there is no back door, when there's no way out, people go looking for one. So what I want you to do, you don't want to be that weird, salesy, awkward person, then don't be that person. Give them a way out up front. Had you on my mind today. I'm not even sure if you'd be interested, but I have this thing going on, whether that's your product, whether that's the business opportunity, whether that's a webinar, an event, a demo, whatever it is. Insert it there. Wanted to see if you might be interested in giving it a try. If not, no worries at all. I just wanted to check. I gave 2 ways out. I opened it by saying, I don't even know if you'd be interested. I closed it by saying, if not, no worries. When I take the pressure off, they're going to let me know if they're interested. If they're not, oh well, big whoop. Next, copy and paste again. Copy and paste again. Copy and paste again. Okay? Next one. Hey, how are you? I'm looking for people who might be interested in this business opportunity that I have. I wanted to see if you might know someone that would be a good fit. Now, this is actually something that Eric Worre teaches in GoPro, which is a network marketing book that is probably the best-selling network marketing book out there. He says that one of the best ways to recruit people is to ask them for referrals. Because number one, if they're not interested, they will actually usually give you referrals. It's not offensive at all for you to just ask if they might know someone. But number two, if they're the person that's interested, they'll respond and say, well, you know what? Actually, I might be interested in that. I'd like to hear more about that. So it was a very non-confrontational way, instead of asking if they're interested, to just ask if they know people who are interested. Okay? Here's another one. This is actually from my girl ADOS from the old art of recruiting that she would use. Hey, was thinking about you today and how you're always so positive and motivated. I have no idea if you'd be interested, but was just thinking about what a good fit you would be for this business. I didn't know if you'd ever wondered what I do as a blank rep, but if you'd be interested, I'd be happy to set up a time and chat. If not, no worries at all. I totally get that this isn't for everyone. Now, this is one that I really like because it starts off by complimenting the person. Straight off, say, hey, you're a positive person. You're always so motivating. You're always so happy. I was just thinking you would be an incredible fit for what I do. If you're not interested, again, no worries. I just wanted to check. When you compliment people, there is an immediate response you get from people that just cheers them up, makes them feel good, makes them feel special. I'll never forget, someone was trying to sell me into an MLM many years ago. Now, they did it very dishonest, which I really, really did not appreciate, was pissed about later on, but their approach was genius. She said, hey, you know, me and my friend, we started this new coffee company, and we're just looking for people to pick their brains. We think that you're a really smart and creative person. We wanted to see if we could pick your brain about this business we're starting. Now, that was dishonest. They were not starting a coffee business, and they didn't want my advice. They wanted to try to sell it to me, and they got me to drive across town and go to a presentation in this hotel room, and it pissed me off. I got babysitters to drive across town thinking was to give someone advice, and instead was to sit and listen to a business presentation. Don't lie to people. Don't be dishonest, people. But I'll tell you what, because she said I was smart and creative. This is before I had a business, okay? I was so flattered by her wanting my opinion. I was willing to find a babysitter for my kids and drive to the other side of town to meet with her. Now, again, she was dishonest. That wasn't the right way to do it. But what I'm saying is, when you flatter people, they're almost always willing to just, well, I don't know, maybe I would be good at it. I mean, I'm pretty positive. I'm pretty awesome. So I don't know. Tell me about it, right? If you flatter people, they're usually more likely to listen up to what you have, okay? Here's the other thing that I want to mention, and this isn't necessarily a script, but something that I want you to always add, okay? If you're wanting to recruit and you're wanting to build a team, most of you watching this have already got at least somewhat good at selling your products. Something that I want you to try is every single time you sell a product, every single time, offer the business opportunity. Every single time. Because what you will find is that there are a lot of people that want to buy your products that would be super interested in the business opportunity if you just asked. And the thing is, a customer has a 2 to 3 month lifespan, okay? A rep that signs up for the business has a 3 to 6 month lifespan. Here's the thing. If you sign them as a customer first, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm totally okay with you signing them as a customer first. I want you to get customers. I want you to get people to fall in love with your products. But here's the thing. We've got a lifespan as an average customer of just 2 or 3 months. And there's a chance they may drop off as a customer before they ever even get to the chance where you would have offered them the business. The second we offer them the business and they sign up for the business, they now have a lifespan of 3 to 6 months, which gives us 3 to 6 months for us to help them catch the vision of what we do, to fall in love with what we do, and to possibly become someone that's going to become a lifer. Okay? Now, if this goes against your philosophy and you don't like it, that's okay. You can leave it. I'm not forcing anyone to do this. If you're one of those people that says, Josh, I want a customer and I want a committed customer first and foremost, that's totally fine. But I will tell you that of the top people I mentor in business, in network marketing, 90% of them signed up as a business partner for some type of a discount first. And while they were there for the discount, they fell in love with the opportunity, and that's what caused them to go all in and become a lifer. So if you think that signing them up for the business up front is going to somehow sabotage their success because they won't fall in love with the product, they won't love what they do, then you are contradictory to 90% of people who have success in your business. Because 90% of the people signed up either straight up for the business or because they wanted a discount. Think about it. If you love the product enough to sign up for the business side of it so that you can get a discount on the product, doesn't that mean you probably want to continue using the product? Doesn't that mean you probably really like the product? Why is it that we put pressure on ourselves to wait for people? Now, there's one specific company that I work with that gave a really big speech on how it's wrong to sign people up as business people first, that they should all become customers first. And this is about a year and a half ago. And it really messed with a lot of my one-on-one clients because they're big-time recruiters. And I will tell you in confidentiality and not quoting any specific person that about a year later, those same people admitted that that was one of the biggest mistakes they ever made, was encouraging their company to stop recruiting people up front. It was never publicly announced. It was never anything said out loud to the masses, but it was something that was said to people that I mentor and was passed along to me, that encouraging people to just go straight for the recruiting opportunity before making customers, discouraging people from recruiting them up front was one of the biggest mistakes they ever made. That year, that company saw way less recruiting than they had seen and actually had a pretty rough year that they're now recovering from. They're now taken right back off. But for that time where they discouraged people from recruiting, they hit a pretty dry spell. And they later said it was one of the biggest mistakes they had ever made. So I'm just throwing that out there because I know there are some people watching this that are like, Josh, I don't really know what to do about this. I feel like I should get a customer first. I mean, even maybe my company has said that. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you. Not because I'm trying to say that I know better than they do. Not because I'm saying that I'm right and they're wrong. I'm only telling you what my clients who make multi-6 figures and 7 figures, I'm telling you what they have done and what has worked for them and how they, even them, joined the business. All successful people I know, not all, 90% of them joined for a discount. So before you shy away from offering discounts, remember, if I can just get this person's foot in the door, that's the most important thing. Because if I can get their foot in the door, I can get them to fall in love with the products. I can get them to fall in love with the process. And if that's the case, they'll become an incredible asset to the team. If they don't fall in love with the product, don't you think that they never would have fallen in love with the product as a customer anyways? If they don't fall in love with the product as a rep, they probably would have never fallen in love with the product as a customer, and it doesn't matter. We would have signed them as a customer and they would have dropped off, or we'd have signed them as a recruit and they would have dropped off. Either way, they drop off and we lose them. The point is to find enough people that we get the right people mixed in at some point. So, what I want you to do is I want you to smile and dial. I want you to just command V. I want you to command C, command V, command C, command V, command C, command V. The one thing I don't want you to do in conversations and invites is use your brain. I know that sounds crazy. But when it comes to conversations and invites, I want you to use as little of your brain as you can. And I want you to just blast them out before you have a chance to think about it. Because I promise you, if you think about it too much, you'll overdo it, you'll overthink it, you may even keep yourself from doing it at all. But this right here is where the money comes in. And when I hear your testimonials at the end of this month, every single month, I choose a rock star. The person who has the greatest transformation in this group while they're doing it for 4 weeks gets a $150 gift card from me, gets a shout out in the page, and in my event in October here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, you will get recognized on stage with the rock stars from the entire year. And I promise you, every single month, the person that is recognized as the rock star in my groups is one of the people that's doing this right here, conversations and invites. Guys, that's all I got for you on convos and invites. I will see you in the next module on expanding your network.
All right, guys, we're down to 3 minutes. Helpful, not helpful?
Wow, that was awesome.
So awesome. His training is amazing, and his social media one is incredible. So I would love to share that one with you guys at some point, if you guys are down for that. Anybody have any questions or anything? Negative. Good. All right. Well, that's a wrap on our team call tonight, guys. I hope that you found some nuggets to pull from that and take away. That's kind of what all of this is about, is some things work for some people, other things work for other people. You just have to try it to see if it will. So lots of information gathering, but then the implementing part is the most important. So any questions or anything like that, take it back to the team page. I will answer them for you. Shoot me a message. I will answer them for you. And then I will definitely be sharing more of this training with you guys. Okay. Have a great night, everybody.